Hey, do you guys know it's Noble's birthday?
Happy birthday!
Yeah! Happy birthday, Noble! Everyone in the
Happy
chat,
birthday!
you need to wish Noble a happy birthday, otherwise we're gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah, if I don't get any birthday wishes, you gotta see me with a freaking golf club.
Alright, welcome to the RWL's War, everyone. We have Liam, Noble, and myself. Don't
Hi.
know where Payne is, we know Led's at work. But this week, for RWL, was Brand Invasion. Yes,
Another one.
another one.
Another, but even better.
For those of you that have no idea what that was, it was pretty much GMs will book a co-branded show. For the next episode, they have to plan and write the show together. Both GMs' shows will be rated together. And yeah, I didn't help Liam at all.
Yeah, it
I,
was all me.
I just gave him matches and said, good luck.
He said, "Yeah, these are the three matches I want on the show. You can do whatever three." Even though I ended up doing four in the end, and then I think we had a joint one as well. And then yeah, I was like, okay, I guess these are just pointers, and everything else is all me. I
So
mean, you were busy last week, to be fair, so that's fine.
it's true.
That's quite
I
happy
was running
to do
around
it.
all last week, like it wasn't even funny.
Yeah.
So here's the shows that work together. So pretty much it was Liam and myself. So it was
Yep.
ECPW and NW. It was
Mm.
Noble and Aled, which was MCW and Raw. And then, of course, the lone guy, Peyton, wanted to be all by himself. And how'd that turn out for him? Well, standing show that we have a tie for first between Raw, MCW, NNW, and ECPW. And in last place, guess who got last place, boys?
Peyton.
CPW.
Yes.
And I cut a mini promo on him before we went on here, even though he wasn't here. I said, and he's like, "Oh, when I go alone, it's going to be so much better than, Liam." Even though he gave me my first ever first place show, and then he books this show by himself, and nothing, and I mean nothing, vaguely makes any sense. And then when I do it, well, lo and behold, every booking decision I made, every promo I put on his show. Well, there wasn't any promos on that show, but that's besides the point, because it was a Clash of the Hive special or whatever. But I still did it better.
Yeah, and yet he has not seen the light. He's always seen the dark.
What?
He's Batman.
So anyway, this week of shows pretty much this is one of the I know that I'm probably jumping ahead here, but the next time we do the RWL is the go home shows before RWL Mania. Yes. It's going to be big.
Getting serious now. And we finally got there for
Yes.
once doing this kind of series.
Yeah, I know. It took us 10 years, but we finally got it. Yay.
Felt like 10 years at times.
It does. It really does. So here's the deal. I'm gonna start with Peyton's show just so we can get that out of the way because I want to get to the other two shows. So pretty much Peyton's show, they pretty much start with Finn Balor coming out, world champion Finn Balor. Pretty much talks about him winning the CPW World Heavyweight Championship.
But he
Right?
retained it.
Or he retained it, yeah. Showed you how much I'm paying attention.
Yeah, the reason I remember that is because I wrote the show last time.
Pretty much talks about his upcoming match with Kofi at RWL Mania in London. Says how he took out Samoa Joe now that he's out of the picture. pretty much says, what the hell does he say here? Waffles are 10 times better than some plain boring pancakes, especially Belgian. What the fuck?
Belgium, fucking. I think Peyton was thinking with his stomach.
Okay, Kofi has something to say for this next on MCW.
Well, anyway, Biggie comes out, pretty much says that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Does it say that? Wait, hold on. I'm confused here. He doesn't mention AJ until he unstraps the title and holds it in the sky as Styles and the Good Brothers do the Too Sweet as a crowd
Well,
chants.
he did say Bullet Club Reborn's music would hit as the faction
Oh.
will make their way to the ring
Okay.
at the beginning. So technically, that's all of them.
Okay. Then pretty much Big E challenges AJ Styles to a match. And then we had Elena Black taking on Nikita Lyons, and shocker, Nikita Lyons wins.
Shocker!
Pretty
Yeah,
much-
just the hang on. Elena Black won the Royal Rumble, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And she's going to challenge Bailey at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you had her lose.
Yep.
To his fake simp.
Oh my god, this guy's brain doesn't make any sense!
It clearly fucking doesn't. Like, he has a fucking brain the size of a fucking nut.
Well, he had Bailey interfere in the match here, it says. I guess she grabbed Black's foot to distract her as Lyons would connect with a cyclone kick to Black's face, knocking her out. Way to make her look weak. Then Bailey pretty much grabs a mic and says, "You'll never beat me. See you at WrestleMania, bitch."
And she hit her with a rose plant. A devilish one, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
Probably don't read that next bit with Adam Cole's promo. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. There's some language in there that I know Adam Cole would never say. But that's yeah. We're gonna move on. Pretty much Cole said some things, and then Bailey would then have someone come out, which is EC3. And
Ladies
apparently,
and gentlemen, EC3.
and apparently that's Bailey's new boyfriend, is what it says here.
Is he just trying to make CPW Love Island or some shit?
Apparently.
Like, most of us have only got the one relationship running, whereas he's now got two.
Oh my god, Peyton.
I don't fucking. Pain makes no fucking sense.
So, Jesus Christ. Pretty much Peyton would then have Adam Cole defeat EC3 to retain the CPW TV Championship.
Yep.
He would then have... What the fuck? He would then have Kairi Sane sitting alone in Gorilla as she speaks about the next match coming up. In which he typed up a bunch of stuff and then translated it to pretty much that. Wait.
Yeah, he typed it the first bit in Japanese and then how it would be spelled phonetically, I guess. And then it translates to Jada, when I interrupted you at Clash at the Hive, you held something that made me complete. The CPW Women's State Line Championship. Tonight, I will beat not only Velvet Sky, but I will also beat Carmen Petrovic, and I will also beat Sol Ruka, and come RWL WrestleMania, your reign as champion will be very short-lived. Cool.
I could have fucking rate that lower.
So then he pretty much had Kairi Sane taking on Carmen, Velvet Sky, and Sol Ruka, in which Kairi Sane won to become the number one contender for the CPW Women's State Line Championship.
Which is good because I actually set that up for him and he's followed up on it. So,
Oh boy.
so yeah, a good thing at the moment, I guess.
After commercial, we cut back to the ring as 8 men are already in the ring, consisting of Ricky Saints, Kurt Angle, R-Truth, Steve Amell, The Miz, Bray Wyatt, Mustafa Ali, and Rey Fenix. 2 more men are about to come into the ring and make it a 10-man battle royal to determine the number one contender for Jeff Cobb's State Line Championship. Glass would shatter as the crowd would cheer loudly as Stone Cold Steve Austin would make his return to CPW.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would have a debuting Drew McIntyre appear.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then before the podcast yesterday, when he was writing this match, he spun a wheel and the winner was interesting.
I don't even want to read this. Pisses me off. Pretty much he has The Miz winning the Battle Royal. So you mean to tell me... You mean to tell me Stone Cold Steve Austin or Drew McIntyre wouldn't have fucking won that? Instead, you
Exactly.
have The Miz win it.
I guess because he spun a wheel because apparently he couldn't decide who to have win or he just did it because there was that many people in it.
Dude, I
I'm just like,
would have just been like what? There's only 2 real answers in this equation.
Yeah, McIntyre and fucking
Stone Cold.
and Stone Cold. What did you do? You literally have The Miz winning. The Miz of all fucking people.
just feed into Jeff Cobb.
Peyton, I don't want to hear you complain about anyone's booking ever again. Like, dude, you should have just had Stone Cold and Drew McIntyre in the wheel and then spun it, and whatever it landed on, that's the winner. Not...
Are you seriously need help with your booking at this point?
This is some shit booking. I'm saying. Anyway.
WCW booking at this point.
Anyway, we get to the main event in which he had AJ Styles losing to Big E. Yeah. He pretty much had... Apparently, he says here, the crowd would boo Big E as the building... out of the building as the show fades to black.
I don't think they would boo Big E for a start.
Why would
even
they?
Though, you know. So yeah, they're all the New Day people are all on MCW and whatever, right? But it's like, why would they boo Big E? He's Big E. He's Beach.
So,
Also, why do members of the New Day have to win if they're not Kofi, you know?
Yeah, why wouldn't you want your guys... Payne, we gotta have a discussion about your booking, dude. I'm sorry, this is shit. I'm sorry, like, I can't.
And no Kofi involved in a match? Come on, dude.
Like, you couldn't even have him appear on the show? Like, just been like, hey. I mean, dude, you sit there and complain about everyone else's booking and how Liam did your show, and yet Liam's is like 10 times miles ahead of yours. Like, comparing this to the last week's show, there's no comparison. Liam fucking killed it. This is shit.
Yeah, this is the reason you should have someone to co-op with you at this point. But nope, you decided to do it by yourself, and look where it wound up.
I mean,
To be
dude,
fair, there wasn't really a choice because Rahul was like not active in this anymore. It would have been fairly easy to do all, 3 sets of 2 different brands collaborating. But because Rahul's not about at the moment, we can't.
I know, like, I'm still trying to figure that out because I saw that he's active in another server with a different Discord. So I don't know if he wants an invite or whatnot, but
We'll figure that out.
yeah, we'll figure that out later. But I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Like, listen, I don't want to complain a lot here, but I mean, I don't want to hear you bitch about Liam or anyone else touching your show when you put up crap like that. It's unreal. But anyway, let's get to the 2 shows that actually tied for first. Let's start. Who wants to start? Should we let Birthday Boy go first, or do you wanna?
I want to let Birthday Boy go first. Yeah.
All right, Noble, yours and a lead show is up.
Yeah, I had a lot to fucking type, so it's gonna be a long time to freaking do this.
Well, if you want to summarize some of it, you can. You're allowed to.
Alright, so the Internet Super Show is live at Paris, France, as a matter of fact.
Wee wee.
We.
First match on here is Batista versus Joe Hendry.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Murder.
this is from MCW where it was when Evolution lost via DQ in a tag match, which fucking Peyton booked. So pissed out about on that.
Mm.
And Batista did literally destroy Joe Hendry. But unfortunately, Batista begins the match with a surprise spear and yells at him, "You interfered Evolution business last week. Never interfere again, or I'll destroy your life for good. You stupid singing and dancy pants Scotsman."
Wow.
Given Batista's acting chops and comedy roles, I can actually imagine him saying that for some reason.
The worst part is I can too. That's why.
Then he did a 2-handed choke slam, body slams into the mat, pins him, but Joe Hendry kicks out of 1.
Damn.
Which makes Batista growl at his opponent, charges as he goes for a spear again, and then follows slam. Actually, wait a minute. The fall by forward slam, waits for it to get up. Oh, for fuck. God damn it, I think I fucked up on this one. Never mind. Scratch that part. Then Hendry just gets up and chokes him to do a standing ovation, but Batista counters, pushes him to the ropes, spears him, followed by a spine buster, shakes the ropes with an angry face. He did not 1, not 2, but 3 Batista bombs until Joe Hendry cannot even move a muscle at a count of 3.
Damn, that's
Wow.
overkill.
That would
But
be
on
something
brand.
Batista would do, though.
It's like, die dancing pansy scallies man, or whatever the fuck he said.
And then 3 Batista bombs to end it.
Well, that's why. Well, he's angry because Hendry intervened Evolution business. So he has every right to be fucking pissed. Batista defeats Joe Hendry to put a body under the Evolution graveyard and adds momentum for the tag team title match at WrestleMania.
Yay.
Okay.
Yep. The next match, Aletta and I thought of this. Jeff Hardy versus Leon Slater.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
It's between two of the best high flyers in this business. So, so the battle between the high flyers began with a bang. And then both stars go down with some left and rights. Hardy wins the battle and he goes for a mule kick to the gut of Leon Slater. Waits for him to get up as he then runs, but Slater jumps over Hardy and connects the Insiguri, then the twisting suplex, pins Hardy at a 2 count. Is he about to make a move? Unfortunately, Evolution's music plays as Ric Flair comes out and stare at the youngest in charge.
Uh-oh.
With an opening, Hardy connects the sit-out inverted suplex slam, and then Whisper in the Wind, pins Slater, and a leg kick out of 2. And Hardy and Slater stare at each other as they attack each other. This time Slater gets the advantage, connects the sit-out powerbomb and a standing moonsault, then goes for the top rope for a Swanton 450. However, without Slater noticing, Evolution's Tatum Paxley surprisingly distracted the ref, and then Ric Flair low blows his opponent for WrestleMania for the tag titles. And then Jeff Hardy connects Twist of Fate, goes to the top rope and connects the Swanton Bomb and a count of 3.
Whoa.
Woo.
Jeff Hardy, the debut on Raw, very successful. Which, by the way, that was the trade. Jeff Hardy got traded to Raw from CPW for Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that before.
You could have, but oh well. And then we got a wicked long promo ahead of us.
I'm ready.
Featuring Roman Reigns.
Uh-oh.
Gotta get ready for that. Carriage friends, acknowledge me. As the crowd cheers. Finally, at WrestleMania, I can get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship against somebody who is nothing but a bling-bling sideshow of Monday Night Raw. John, I'll make sure you... As he tried to say something, John Cena interruptedly comes out and enters the ring. Roman, you should watch what you're saying right now. You're talking to the never-seen 17, the greatest World Heavyweight Champion that Raw has ever seen. By the way...
Was.
By the way, the reason I came here tonight, in this snail-eating, stupid love-making country like France...
There you go.
Ooh.
Harris friends boo Cena to oblivion.
Burn.
Which I cannot even fucking blame France. What are they fucking get? What are they gonna do with that?
Boom.
It's because I'm here to tell you I got some backup to make sure I'm still the World Heavyweight Champion.
Is that so?
And then Roman said, "Who would ever join forces with you, John? Last time I remember, I was with your dumbass, and now you are all alone. Who would join forces to make sure you won't? You keep the World Heavyweight Championship." John Cena points to the stage as the familiar phrase hits Paris. If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Oh, fuck.
Oh boy.
MCW's from the new bloodline, The Rock, shows up and enters the ring. Finally, The Rock has come back to Paris. Roman Reigns feels violated as he clenches his fist. I was meant to say punch Cena, but instead I say pinch Cena. I don't know why
that'd be kind of funny. Just he pinches him instead of punches him.
Wanna what, John? Take this, Superman pinch.
Flies in and just grabs him by the earlobe.
It's my fault for typing fast. I cannot even see what I'm typing, so this is what I get.
Oh, it's still awesome.
The Rock said here, now, at WrestleMania, I'm going to help the Never Seen 17, the greatest world champion this company's praises. And Roman, sorry, cousin, but you have to give up on your chance to beat John Cena, nor get a chance to raise the World Heavyweight Championship. Your candy ass is heading home after WrestleMania and walk back to where you came from. If you smell, but after Roman attacks The Rock, meanwhile, Cena hits the low blow to him and hits the AA. The Rock goes for the people's elbow and Rock bottoms his own damn cousin.
Wow.
Jesus.
However, as The Rock and Cena left the ring, Rock looks back at the camera and winks. Something is going on here.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Looks like Roman might need some help.
We will not get that. We won't find the info until we get to WrestleMania at this point. So stay tuned for Raw for that. Under a lead. Match number 3. Mickie James versus Bianca Belair.
Wicked.
And yeah, it's a short match I typed, and I have Mickie James beat Bianca as a newest member of MCW.
MCW stars are kind of taking a battering. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. But
Oh no, Mickie James is an MCW star. She got a win.
Okay. I bet. I misread that one.
It was from a trade with Raw, I believe. And then the number 1 contendership to the Intercontinental Championship. Kazuchika Okada versus Logan Paul.
Which I will preface, I traded Okada to Raw for Andrade, and everyone was very surprised about this. And again, I don't blame any of you. But I just couldn't figure out where to factor Okada into my plans, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, if I knew he was available.
I was just like, I don't know.
God damn it.
Anyway.
Would have gave up half my roster for that.
Yep.
Half? Jesus Christ.
Anyway. Okada begins the match by attacking Paul before the bell rang. He hits the ring as the bell rang as he hits the big boot, sliding dropkick, and a Usaiku knee. Pins Paul 1-2 and a leg kick out.
I'm not sure. The first 2 moves are on brand for Okada. Don't know about the third though. Continue.
Anyway, after the assault before the bell rang, Okada gets in the bad mood, was going for the reverse neckbreaker, but Paul counters as he goes for the cross moon combo, which is the diving crossbody to a standing moonsault, and then goes for a frog splash, pins Okada 1-2 and a kick out. Paul was going for his finisher, the pulverizer, but Okada counters and he goes for a tombstone pile driver, then the reverse neck breaker again. And lastly, to add insult to the injury, connects the Rainmaker. 1, 2, 3. Okada is now the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship.
Excellent.
Yay. But still, fuck.
Again, my bad, bro. But still, we weren't quick enough.
Yep. And you know what? And do you know what time it is? It's another long fucking promo I made.
Do you want us to do it? Because I feel like that'd be fun.
Oh, and be my guest.
Liam, which one do you want to do? Triple H or Randy?
I'll do Triple H.
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay, so it says here that Evolution, the MCW whatever champion, Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Julia Hart arrive to the ring with Triple H holding a microphone. And he says, "Quiet down, you snail slurping and lovesick bastards. Shut up and let the world champion speak." Now, the reason we are out here is to call out someone to the ring at this time. So, Randy Orton, my fellow comrade, please come to the ring. I got something to say to you.
I'm loving this.
Randy Orton's music booms the arena as he walks down to the ring as he stares his comrade.
So glad to see you again, my old friend. Now, let's cut to the chase. Tonight, I am forced to be in the main event of this super show thanks a lot to GM Thomas No Balls and Aled Thomas the Tank Engine. And I need to find a partner. And that's why you're here. I need you to help me beat Cody Rhodes and his partner, the MCW Kennebec Valley champion, Obafemi.
Okay, before you go any further, Triple H, next week, you're gonna see me. Your ass is going to my office because I don't take too kindly of saying no balls when I'm not here.
I mean, you were there. You wrote the whole show.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't take kindly to call Aled Thomas the Tank Engine. He and I took a lot of offenses to that.
Anyway, so Triple H says, I need the evil, sadistic, and dangerous version of Randy Orton in the main event. And I need you, no, I want you, to hurt and injure them out of the way. Do what you want. Go ballistic as much as you want. What do you say, Orton?
Evolution members are staring at Randy Orton as he grabs the mic from Triple H as he answers back.
Well, Hunter, if you want me to go evil, ballistic, dangerous, and sadistic as much as I want to in the main event, like the old times when I was with you, deal.
Looks at the camera.
Cody, Oba, tonight you will face the dangerous, sadistic, evil, monstrous side of Randy Orton, as me and Hunter will unleash some hell and commit some destruction. There will be blood, and even more blood until you two are what the fuck? Until you
Yeah,
two
sorry. I got
fall
bad grammar,
to
I'm
our
sorry.
knees. Tonight, you will be destroyed by the three most dangerous letters in the sports entertainment business. R-A-O.
Orton drops the mic as he leaves the ring with Triple H and the other members of Evolution.
The band's
Well,
back
that
together.
was kind of fun. I don't know why I did the whole parody Triple H voice, but that's just like funny to me.
I tried to get my voice down to like Randy's version, how I remember it back in the day.
Once
Yeah,
again,
the slow, methodical pace.
Yeah,
once again, I apologize for that line that you to fall on our knees. That I should have not put R there. Again, grammar issues. My bad.
You're all good.
Now we got the fifth match of the card. A tag team match between the champions and the challengers. The women's world champion, Io Sky, and the MCW women's champion, Jay Cargill, against Izzy Moreno and Julia Hart, but with Mercedes Monet as the special guest referee.
CEO.
Did no one else hear that?
Well, I just because he went a tag team match, and I went holla holla.
Yeah, you were just done so quickly. Holla holla.
Big up Teddy Long.
So the match. So I have Sky and Cargill defeating Moreno and Hart via disqualification.
Brr.
Hey, boo.
That is when Monet attacks Sky, but Moreno takes some redemption as she goes for the belly. Unfortunately, Hart spits out the black mist as Moreno got blinded with a smirk on her face, but didn't know Cargill was right behind her as she connects Jaded. As the match ended with pure fucking chaos.
Oh god.
Sky and Cargill defeated Moreno and Hart via DQ. Thanks a lot to the special guest referee doing what she wants, her own fucking power.
Hmm.
Goddamn
Indeed.
Monet.
Mercedes Monet, I think she runs the place.
Yeah. Next match is gonna be another match of the Damian Priest Depression Tour right now, as he's taking on Powerhouse Hobbs.
It's depression tour.
Damien Priest Depression, though. The DPDT or whatever, I don't know.
DPDT.
Damien Priest Depression.
Yup. And guess what? Another fucking loss has been collected because he lost to Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wow.
Hey, wait a minute. Why was my show mentioned in this?
Because Danhausen was the one who cursed Damien Priest a couple of weeks ago, and that's how we lost.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, because Danhausen cursed Priest. That is how he got to this mess.
Danhausen, get in here.
When Damien Priest has to give me all these human monies, or the curse will not be lifted.
Will you leave him alone?
He also needs to give me his gothic necklaces. I like those.
Alright, just give him a necklace, Priest, and it'll be fine. What? No.
And backlash.
Okay, and then last segment is, thank God, is not a fucking promo. It's a fucking segment. Stephanie Batcare walks in the locker room as she grabs her stuff to head out, but that fucking bitch named Liv Morgan attacks her from behind.
Oh shit.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Tackles from behind as she is confident that she can beat Stephanie in her vulnerable state. As she grabs a steel chair was going to hit her, Stephanie superkicks her, whacks her with a steel chair. Womp, womp, womp. And then she does this. And then she does the devil's kiss on the concrete floor. Then connects the package neck driver. Neck breaker. Why did I fucking say neck driver for? Like, it makes no fucking sense.
New move.
Use your neck to drive somebody else to the mat somehow.
God fucking damn it. Stands over Liv Morgan with a cold, hard stare and takes her stuff and head out.
Yeah. Big up Stephanie Batcare.
Yeah.
Now, the main event. Randy Orton and Triple H versus Cody Rhodes and Obafemi in a tag team match, but no disqualification.
Oh,
Oh
no.
lord.
So yeah, wait till we get to the goddamn end. It's fucking sadistic. Femi and Triple H stare face to face before the tag match main event begins. As the bell rings, Oba throws Triple H to the corner of the ring with Triple H shaking it to his boots. He charges at again, but Oba keeps standing on his 2 feet. Even the leader of Evolution can knock the ruler down to start the match. However, Femi began to grab wide.
Triple hand.
Okay. I need to stop typing fast when it comes to these fucking things. Damn it. Triple H executes the power bomb as he grabs a weapon from under the ring as Obafemi grabs his trusty Nigerian drum. Which the last time we saw that thing, it was the Nigerian street fight. Waits for Triple H to get up. However, surprise, surprise, Julia Hart comes out and spits the black mist at Femi. But however, with the black mist, Femi growls and charges at her until he met with Triple H and his trusty sledgehammer. And did a chop block. And then a high knee strike. But Femi kicks out of 1.
What?
Oh boy.
And here comes the first part of the fucking sadistic bullshit. Triple H grabs not only a table, but a lighter and a fucking gallon of gasoline.
A gallon?
Do you know how much a gallon is?
I don't know, it's a lot.
Pours the gasoline on the table and lights it on fire. After that, met with Femi and the Nigerian drum through his frickin' skull.
Oh.
Femi connects the one-handed pendulum backbreaker, and then he fall from grace, pins Triple H 1, 2, and is saved by the Viper, Randy Orton, as he slithers back to his side. Triple H connects a double-A spine buster, and then the pedigree to Oba, 1, 2, but an elbow drop saved by Cody Rhodes. Both men down, got back up as both men charge and hit a clothesline to each other, crawls and tags their tag partners in. Orton and Rhodes are in now, attacking each other left and right. Rhodes grabs a steel chair and whacks Orton. However, Orton flips the switch. His face showed the pure evil as the Viper in the desert ruins. Orton grabs the steel chair and hits the shoulders of Rhodes. Rolls the chair out of the ring and goes for the elevated DDT. Goes under the ring, and here comes the fucking bullshit. Here comes the crazy bullshit. He grabbed a staple gun, a car battery, and jumper cables.
What the hell is going on in this show?
You wait till the goddamn end. It's even more fucked up. Rhodes began to gain some offense, and then goes for the Bulldog, followed by knee drop, and then a Cody Cutter pins Orton 1, 2, and a save by Triple H. Up from behind, Obafemi picks Triple H and does the fall from grace as the both men go through one of the flaming tables.
Yep, they did.
As Cody was going for the crossroads, Orton grabbed the staple gun and staples Rhodes' family jewels, aka the nuts.
I like how that's in brackets, like we don't know what that means.
Then staples the chest and staples his forehead. To add insult to injury, he puts the jumper cables into Cody's nuts and electrocute him.
Okay, I feel like Alette has something to do with this.
I'll be real. This also like mirrors Shane McMahon came back in the day.
Oh God, I hope
Yep.
not. Shane looked like he was a.
No,
Anyway,
literally,
continue.
he got his nuts electrocuted by Kane, and he still somehow had children after that.
Rhodes still staggering as Orton lights up another flaming table on fire, gets Rhodes on top of the turnbuckle, and hits an avalanche RKO through the burning table.
Ow.
Orton goes back up and hits the infamous punt kick to Cody Rhodes. 1, 2, 3. Orton and the MCW World Heavyweight Champion Triple H not only defeat Cody Rhodes and MCW Kennebec Valley Champion Open Femi, but Randy Orton unleashed the evil inside of him and showed no remorse on Cody Rhodes. What is next for the Viper, and is Cody going to be alive for next week?
I think he did.
I think I have an answer to that question. No, he did.
We could just write him off now.
But then again, what's happened before is like even Aled had Cody hit with a car, and he still came back the next show. Like, hey, I'm completely fine. Look at me. I'm good.
Yeah, but he got electrocuted and fucking put through a flaming table.
How's he
Yeah,
even going
but
to make
you
it to WrestleMania?
Yeah, would you get electrocuted by jumper cables by the Viper? That's something's going on right at this point.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, good show.
Yeah, great show. Very fun to
thought-
read.
Yeah, I would say that was a very interesting show to read. You sick bastards. Let's staple his nuts, put him through a flaming table, and then electrocute him. Yeah, and then let's see if Cody gets up from that. He comes limping in. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sick bastard.
You're going to walk into WrestleMania with tape everywhere. Over it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh God. All right, Liam, we're up.
Cannot wait to see what you two come up.
Okay.
Yeah, we got. Well, I'll tell you what we have when we get to it.
Okay, so this is ECPW episode 11, but is the ECPW X NNW crossover calamity.
Yes.
Because the show was it was a good kind of calamity. It was a good kind of calamity, in my opinion. So myself and Radio, we opened the show. We go down to my entrance music because it's good. I'm not saying yours isn't, but
Yeah, you'll be alright.
it's my show. It's my show. It's my entrance music.
Yeah, I say it's your show.
So we run down tonight's show, and we'll be appearing on why, and we are interrupted by the ring general Gunther,
Oh, this fucking guy.
who states that Will Ospreay has been causing Imperium far too much trouble, and he hopes to have him destroyed prior to WrestleMania, that their title match is made easier. And we both retort towards him, saying that he hasn't really got a leg to stand on. And this is when we're interrupted by Mr. Ospreay himself, who says that had he not been forbidden to fight ECPW's reigning men's champion, he would not the brakes off Gunther right then and there. The Austrian Goliath says he has alternate plans, explaining his hand-selected an opponent for Ospreay to face in the main event, should the two authority figures agree.
Ooh.
And they do. And we do. And Ospreay's opponent will remain a mystery until later that show.
You agree? I agree. All right. We both agree. Yep. Have fun.
That's fine. I'm sure backstage we're both like, make the phone call.
Let's see. Let me pull up my phone here.
Yow!
Not 6.
Okay, then we open the show with a match with CPF's Danny Black and Joe Lando versus London Brawling Nigel McGuinness and Nick Aldis in an ECPW Tag Team Champion or Contenders Series League A match. So, CPF enter first to bring the party. Nick Aldis and Nigel McGuinness, they just sort of get booed and continue to make their way stoically to the ring because they're like, we mean business, we don't care. And London Brawling win the match. And because I'm starting to do something new where I'm going to try and do what Radio does, which is kind of where he says, I imagine it being like this, and then I just write an introductory paragraph on the finish. So, after an intense back and forth contest, the experienced technicians who trumped the high-flying, fast-paced offense of CPF. So, I feel like because CPF are younger, they would start the match out probably a bit hotter. There's a few unique tag team moves, there's a few dives, but then eventually through the middle, you see Aldis and McGuinness start to fire back and slow things down, work over some limbs, maybe hit them very hard. Sort of kind of looks like CPF are looking to win towards the end. So this is where the finish sees Aldis distracting the referee after making short work of Danny Black on the outside, having sent him into the barricade with a German suplex. Ouch. Which allows McGuinness to low blow Lando, and he pins him after a Tower of London, which is, the cutter off the top rope out the corner. Like he's got the feet on the ropes and he just goes. There you go. Yeah. So they get another 3 points. So they're now on 6. CPF remain on 3. Because they won their first match, whenever that was, a number of weeks ago. And then, promo 2. Another instrument in the saga of Grado and Harley Cameron. And I just kind of realized I went back and read your show and realized it was basically the exact same segment, kind of. But
no, this is 10 times better.
So the show returns from an ad break, cut into a pre-recorded video segment. Grado and Harley Cameron can be seen picking up from where they left off, only this time it's way more flirty and also gruesomely wholesome as they stuff each other's faces with KFC's chicken, and said faces are getting extremely greasy. Mountains upon mountains of buckets can be seen at their table after a fade into that shot, with Grado and Cameron burping simultaneously with the same decibel level. The employees look on in horror, with the next shot being the two sat on a park bench, bloated, but discussing how well they thought that went. Grado then suggests that they hold hands and go somewhere else, to which Cameron agrees, and the words "to be continued" show up on the screen as they disappear hand in hand out of shot.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna end it at this point, but no, you're gonna keep it going. All right.
Yeah. It's not one of the most entertaining parts about my show. Okay. So the second match is
the horror on the employees' faces. I could just imagine it.
Yeah, they're just like, they're animals.
How could they eat that much chicken?
Yeah. Exactly. How could they do that? Get the one man versus food. Light bulb. No, I'm kidding. That's not going to be what happens. Anyway, match 2 is Tekla defending the ECPW Women's Transatlantic Championship mid-card title against 2 Australians, Charlie Evans and Rhea Ripley. Charlie Evans enters first, followed by Ripley, and then, of course, the champion, Tekla herself. So this is a very hard-hitting match with, the use of weapons and lots of crazy spots. And then, unfortunately, it is the Toxic Spider who lives to fight another day as champion. So, after a lot of three-way action, a lot of individual stuff in the middle, the finish sees Ripley going for the Riptide on Evans, but Tekla jumps on her back, gouges the eyes as the Eradicator tries to back her into the corner, but a unique pinning combination roll-up gets the job done. And Tekla scrambles off up the ramp with championship in hand, with Ripley looking on furious while rubbing her eyes, and Evans sits on the outside once again looking visibly devastated. So I feel like Rhea and Tekla's issues are not over yet.
Oh boy. I can only imagine where that's going to go.
Let me tell you, she was
I could
furious.
tell.
She came someone into my office and said, "Did you see that shit?" And I was like, "Yes, I did see that shit." She's like, "What are you going to do about it?" It's like, "I'll figure it out. Give me a week."
Okay, nothing.
No, literally, give me a week and I'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have a Wesley Webb and Pete Dunne interview after a short ad break. The two of them sat backstage opposite a member of the broadcast team.
Well, these motherfuckers.
So Webb is asked for comment about his ongoing issues with NNW's GM Radio, who states that this feud of theirs has been going on for more than a decade. And just when it looks like it's coming to its natural conclusion, they always find a way back to one another. Webb describing Radio as the biggest thorn in his side that he's ever had. He also believes that he's a pussy for needing Sheamus to have his back. But he can understand why, because they know exactly how to get under each other's skin. But come their match at RWL WrestleMania London, Webb states that he will finish it once and for all with an aim to finally leave Radio behind him. Then Dunn is asked for comment about Sheamus, but he just shrugs, gets up, and walks out, indicating he has no intention of answering the question. And Webb follows swiftly behind him with an indistinct, which means an inaudible, conversation being heard as they walk away.
So. So, I'm a pussy, eh?
That's what Wesley Webb said, yeah.
Wait until next week, motherfucker.
And speaking of Sheamus, he's in action next against Trick Williams, who enters first, followed by Sheamus himself. And the result is that Trick Williams beats Sheamus via pinfall. What?
Oh.
The two have a stiff match, courtesy of the Celtic Warrior mostly, but Williams more than lives up to the challenge, because when you get in the ring with Sheamus and he hits you very hard, you have to live up to that level. So, there's a lot of strikes and shit, there's a lot of power moves in the middle from both guys. But then the finish sees Sheamus setting up the brogue kick on his American opponent, but distraction from Webb and Dunn, despite your best efforts, Radio, to cut it off. You catch a strike from Dunn, and this opens the door for Trick to hit the trick shot on Sheamus for win. For the win.
Well, damn.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my hands on that little fuck.
Then we cut backstage where the group of Danny Luna, Jamie Hayter, and Rain Leverkusen can be seen chatting to each other before the camera comes in tight on them. Hayter speaks first, stating that they were just discussing their recent issues with the Cutthroat Collective, but they may have finally found a way to take them down. Luna speaks second, they explain that a match so violent and so incomprehensible would do the trick, which is why they've come up with a challenge. Leverkusen interjects and state that it's time for a match like Full Metal Mayhem, only it's going to be more heavy metal than ever before. The main Metal states it's Full Metal Mayhem with Falls Count Anywhere.
Ooh.
That's the challenge thrown out. Will Cutthroat Collective accept? The three then walk out shot.
Accept it. Accept it. Anyway.
I have some breaking news on that. And Cutthroat Collective stormed into my office, cornered me, and said that they do accept, and that match will open the next show before WrestleMania.
Ooh.
So I'll put that down on the breaking news channel, just to make sure it's official, if I remember to. And then match number 4 is Connor Mills and Jay Joshua, who are from henceforth shall be known as Diamond Eyes. I found out that is their name on the independent circuit as a team. Versus the Young Guns, Ethan Allen and the Luke Jacobs in an ECPW Tag Team Champion or Contender Series League B match. And the match ends in a draw. And I'll explain why. After an intense match between two of British wrestling's best teams, ends without a definitive winner, but had all marks of a great battle. Again, there's a bit of techie work, there's a bit of striking, there's a bit of crazy tag team, tandem offense. But the finish did in fact see the two teams getting carried away, rolling it outside and the crowd into the crowd, and the referee counts both of them out. So perhaps we'll have to see where Mills, Joshua, Allen, and Jacobs go from here.
Yes.
But they've made it harder for themselves in terms of the normal contenders series. So yeah. Which, if I remember rightly, let me get my tables up. In League B, Diamond Eyes, that being Connor Mills and Jay Joshua, have 4 points, and Ethan Allen and Luke Jacobs registered their first point of the tournament here. So there's a lot of hard work to do for both teams, with Mustache Mountain particularly crawling down the necks of Diamond Eyes on 3 points.
Very curious to see where this tournament is heading.
I might need to
Interesting.
might have to do a fucking separate show just to wrap it up. Because the next show is the go home show. Yeah. Chris Statlander, Roxanne Perez versus Sky Blue and Thea Hale was the next match, so brought to you by NNW.
Yes.
And the match is the winners are Chris Statlander, the NNW Women's World Champion, and Roxanne Perez, defeating Sky Blue and Thea Hale. The tag team match, as I can imagine, was very entertaining between all four women. But it's the NNW Women's Champion and the Prodigy who get the job done. Again, I don't think there'll be a whole lot of tag team offense between any of these people, mainly because they're sort of a, mismatched oddball tag team. So mainly it's just the women figuring out each ways how they can individually use themselves to act as a team. But again, I suppose in the case of Statlander and Perez, I believe it's a case of can they coexist?
Yes,
because that's I think that's the match we're building to at Mania, right? It's like the 4-way or something.
Yep. That's what they're. Yep. Yes.
So anyway, the finish sees Perez take a dive to the outside on Hale, delivering the pop rocks off the apron, and this allows Statlander to hit the Saturday Night Fever on Blue for the win in the middle of the ring, keeping both the champion and challenger, or one of 3 challengers, strong heading into WrestleMania. And then we have a segment from Danhausen.
God damn it.
Yep.
He, you hear the words "You are cursed" ring out, and that's when he makes his way down to the ring. He says hello to the fans in attendance to a huge ovation. And then he states we couldn't help but notice that he or any of his Team Curse cohorts are not on the card tonight. So he wants a match right that moment, or the management teams at ECPW and NW will be cursed. And this is when Enzo and Cass make their way down to the ring and start insulting Danhausen yet again. But Danhausen says he has a gift for them, which is actually a booby trap containing Mr. Iguana, who pops out onto Enzo.
Okay, first and foremost, did Enzo not know that he is still cursed?
That's why the booby trap thing happened.
I hope you do realize that Mr. Iguana is still cursed.
And this, of course, leads to a match between Mr. Iguana and Big Cass made official mere moments later, and Big Cass does defeat Mr. Iguana. So the match is a mixture of good wrestling. It's a bit of lucha libre going on from Mr. Iguana, using a bit of La Yesca occasionally to work in his favor. But then, of course, Big Cass does occasionally overwhelm him with the power in the middle and starts to assert his dominance. But the big man is victorious in this occasion, because the finish sees Mr. Iguana in trouble, and with Danhausen setting up the curse on Big Cass on the outside, Enzo blindsides him with his signature microphone before Danhausen can complete the enchantment. So then Mr. Iguana comes off the top, but Big Cass delivers a choke slam, and he gets the pinfall win. So yeah, Mr. Iguana's curse kind of continues, in a way.
Well, damn. All I know is that next week they're fighting for the NNW tag titles, so this should be interesting.
Indeed. Especially when, like, one member from the opposite team each is cursed.
It's gonna end in a double count out now.
Maybe, yeah.
Double DQ.
Okay. Yeah, first I made Enzo getting cursed, and now you just made freaking Mr. Iguana get cursed. What's the fucking odds here?
It's funny.
Yeah. And then the stick on final promo on the show. Lara Valkyria and Dakota Kai meet face to face, discuss the recent goings on ahead of their potential RWL WrestleMania London contest for the ECPW Women's Championship. Lara makes her way down to the ring. She says that they were just a short time away from heading to Wembley Stadium. But she says that she's regretful how things are panning out between her and Kai, with people constantly keeping them both on edge. She calls out the New Zealander to clear the air. Kai comes on down, microphone in hand, and says that she too is regretful about how things have gone down recently, but perhaps this whole thing has been too friendly. The captain of Team Kit continues by stating when it comes down to the most important prize in ECPW's women's division, one of them is going to have to pull the trigger. Kai then warns Valkyria of her history of snapping on anyone when it comes to getting what she wants. Valkyria says she believes Kai, and that she too has a history of having somewhat of a mean streak about her when it comes to defending championships. So that's when it's made official there and then. Lara Valkyria will defend the ECPW Women's Championship against Dakota Kai at RWL WrestleMania London.
Yes.
The two shake hands, but as Valkyria goes to leave, Kai pulls her in closer and the two go nose to nose and face to face. As the two part hands, Kai kicks Valkyria in the face, which sends her to the mat. Kai can be heard mouthing as she takes her leave. One of us has to pull the trigger. That was just a warning shot.
Yes.
Valkyria looks on visibly angry as the segment ends.
This
Oh yeah, by
is
the way,
awesome.
I forgot to mention after the conclusion of Mr. Iguana versus Big Cass, a car was seen pulling up outside the venue, but we didn't see who got out of it.
Ooh.
Which leads us to the main event.
Oh no.
After a brief intro ad break, once again promoting RWL WrestleMania London, we go back to the arena where Will Ospreay starts to make his entrance, main eventing yet another episode of ECPW. The difference in this match is that Gunther has hand selected his opponent, which means he's had no time to prepare for them. The aerial assassin is just as energetic as ever, making his way down to the ring, with the crowd getting really hyped up. But the lights go down, but a familiar intro starts to play and the crowd pops as the lights come back on, revealing who it is on the Tron. Will Ospreay's opponent is NNW's Kenny Omega.
Oh no.
Ospreay's facial expression suddenly changes to one of hyped up excitement for outright focus. Omega stoically makes his way down to the ring, going face to face with the Englishman as his music fades out and the crowd can be heard chanting, "Holy shit."
Holy shit.
Because they know how
Holy
intense
shit.
the rivalry in their history is.
Holy shit.
But unfortunately for everybody, the match ends in a no contest.
The fuck?
Again, it's another all-time classic in the making, but it doesn't get a definitive ending as things break down. So, there's a lot of callbacks to their first two matches in real life at Wrestle Kingdom and Forbidden Door. There's the whole fighting spirit spots. There's the whole pop-up. Somebody hits a fucking V-trigger or a hidden blade. There's Stormbreakers. There's fucking dragon suplexes. There's every single thing you can think of under the sun when it comes to Ospreay and Omega offense. But the finish sees Ospreay and Omega trading blows in the middle of the ring, and neither man wants to quit. But this is when the Best Bout Machine shoves the aerial assassin into the referee, backing them both into the corner. The referee goes down, and Ospreay counters a move attempt with a ripcord hidden blade. The referee eventually comes to, but Omega kicks out at 2 after a slow count. The Canadian and NNW's apparent Mr. Money in the Bank hits the One Wing Angel but Ospreay at the last second gets his foot on the rope to break the count. And this is where things start breaking down, with Omega going for the kill on Ospreay. Both he and Ospreay get blasted by Gunther and Imperium on the latter, that being Will Ospreay, of course, while Swerve Strickland once again jumps Kenny Omega. With all of these men brawling with each other simultaneously in and around ringside, CM Punk's music hits, and he blows the whole thing apart with the roof essentially coming off the building because of the pop. Think of the pop, brother. And he's the one who stands tall as the show goes off the air after delivering the GTS to both Omega and Strickland, while Ospreay sits weary in ringside after Imperium and he were broken up by security and Imperium get dragged off up the ramp. So, yeah. That's the end of the show.
That's awesome.
It's WrestleMania season. Everything's got to heat up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to bring everybody. I'm going to bring Swerve. I'm going to bring Imperium. I'm going to bring CM Punk. You know? All the people in our main events, so to speak.
But yeah, no,
I
you
hear
did,
the battle cry.
I would say you did amazing.
Thank you.
Nova, what do you think?
Yeah, that is a great show for the both of you here.
That's it?
Yes.
Yeah, no critiques or anything.
All right. Well, yeah, that's all the shows. So here's kind of the funny thing.
What?
I actually had this written down in the notebook before I gave Liam power, so this is Liam's choice. I have written down here that the go home shows and the RWL Mania pay-per-view, there is no wheel. Because I feel like everyone wants to write, like their final week before the big show and, plan everything out. So it's really up to Liam. If we want the wheel, we can still do the wheel, but it's...
No, I'm actually fine with that. I think since it is such a pivotal and crucial show, it's the final one to build towards RWL WrestleMania London at Wembley Stadium. I think the wheel spin should not be an effect to either one of those things, and people should be able to book as freely as they want, and to, give all their feuds they have going into the show, the proper attention it deserves. So, I'll be nice.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's fair enough.
So yeah, so pretty much what we're gonna do is the next two RWL War, there's gonna be no wheel, okay? Because one is the pay-per-view, and then obviously one is the go-home shows. I feel like everyone wants to deliver an awesome go-home show for their shows, and then we get to the big time, the big show. Not Paul White, but the big show. Yeah.
Where?
Is it bad? That's where my brain went. Right as I
It's
said
the
that.
big show. It's a big bad show now.
With that, Liam, if you want to post in the wheel, just saying what I pretty much summed up.
Yep.
So very interesting week for RWL because we did have a lot of trades because a lot of people added people to the trade block. So yes, Okada and El Idolo, there was a major trade. I traded Rey Mysterio for Dolph Ziggler. Yes. Aled made a shit ton of trades here. Mickey James for Jordan Grace. And then obviously the one that shocked us all was Drew McIntyre for Jeff Hardy. I was surprised by that. But Aled got his guy, so that doesn't shock me one bit.
Yeah, he finally got Jeff Hardy.
I just didn't expect Drew McIntyre to be on the fucking.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, no, McIntyre's gonna wind up in a, I'm sorry, no offense, to a shit show like CPW.
By the way, I wish I would have known where Aled and Liam's head were at with two of these guys, because I would have fucking fought to the death to try and get either Okada or McIntyre. I would have came up with a fucking big time trade just to get either one of those guys. But so yeah, um, I think that's pretty much it. Unless anyone has anything else they want to say.
Nope, nothing.
Well, I'm gonna say just strap yourselves in for the next couple of streams because obviously you know we have the go home shows. They should all be pretty good, hopefully. And then not only that, we have WrestleMania right after that.
Yes, so
So
make
in
sure
about
folks
4
tune in.
weeks' time.
Make sure folks tune in. Check out the WrestleArc podcast Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure folks check out BWN Radio, which will be returning soon. Make sure you guys wish Thomas Noble a happy birthday in the chat. Aled says pancakes in the chat. And
Yep.
the only thing I have to say is Peyton, you talked all that shit and look what happened.
Yeah. Go
Oh.
fuck around and you'll find out soon.
Oh, I can write a better show by myself. Finishes dead last. Anyway, all right. We're gonna get out of here now.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.
We'll see you guys next time on the RWL's War. Peace out, everybody.
I